what it is, what it is. Videos keep getting cut off, so this is like the fifth take. Gotta regather my energy. Alright. Wanted to talk about occult knowledge and the fear of it and what's the pretty much the ultimate outcome of being scared of occult knowledge. I was listening to Brother Sanchez and he was talking about the 5 point star and how the woman or how we're the 5 point star. And I came up with my own interpretations and shit, and I was like, what if the woman's if we're 5 point stars, I don't think that kind of makes sense because men got technically a 6 point star because we have a phallus and a woman don't. And that then clicked on the thought that makes sense because we're talking about numerology with 5 point stars. And if we're a 6 point star, you add them together, that make 11. That's 11 always is new creation. So after that, he ended up showing the urethra tube or the vagina. I don't even know how to say how the vagina is set up type shit. And I think it's the urethra, but I don't want to fuck it up. And how it connects to the ovaries and all that. And when you look at it, it kind of look like it got horns, and that's where they get the goat head from the Baphomet. Like, they're literally, the Baphomet is the woman's facilities and shit like that. Like, it's showing how they has banished the woman to be completely evil, even though she's the mother of all creation, which they hate, of course, because they don't worship anything godly or universal, and they want us to fear it. So they show you in the Baphomet, and subconsciously our mind pick up what that is because we all seen it on your science books and all that. So when you see the Baphomet, you naturally your subconscious switch over to that's evil, and that must be some type of evil. And you can also see it with the 666, the 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons make melanin, and I believe it also is carbon, and we're carbon-based beings. And if you take that, they always say 666 is involved with the devil, involved with Lucifer, involved with light, involved with like the devil. But we all know that if that's our makeup, you get those numbers from when you put them numbers together, that's like pretty much black skin, melanin. Like, they're calling us the devil. They see us as the devil. We are their devil. And the reason we are because we technically are the end to their species, because if we just had sex with everybody would end up being black because we're the most dominant gene. So technically we're their devil because we would devolve the white race, if that makes sense. And in this physical world, they're our devil because they're trying to devolve the black race, in a sense. But we're so much powerful than them because we have, spiritual connections and shit like that. And they don't want us to ever connect to them spiritual messages because, they wouldn't be able to stop us. Like, literally the only things we really fear in this world is like witchcraft and like the God. Like, we really scared of God. Like, we think we're doing whatever we're supposed to be doing because this is God's message. Like, manipulate that shit so bad, which should be easy to see, which is not for the people that's closed out. And I understand it. But that's what it is. Like, we've been manipulated to believe in everything's backwards. Like, all the good shit is really bad and all the bad shit is really what we need to get the fuck up out of here type shit. That's really... And if you look at the movies, whenever X-Men, I always talk about X-Men because it's the best movie to go to, but all movies have this underlying message where the bad guy kind of had a point. He kind of made sense when he was like, nations have nuclear weapons that hold power over all people, which we shouldn't have because we take away our free will. These lines that divide land and call nations is bullshit. Like, it dictates where people can go. That's another thing. TV manipulates the mind. Like this is what Apocalypse was saying. This shit is all trash for growth of the world and growth for real people to become gods. Like, and yeah, the X-Men fought against them because technically you gotta save the world, but he was really truly saving the world from the madness, and they wanted to keep it they wanted to keep the world in chaos type shit. And most superhero movies end up being like that. They want to change the world. They want to destroy it and make a new world. But if you get that message and you say, nah, that's bad, he want to destroy it, but you believe in the Bible, and that's how you supposed to be saved. God's supposed to come back. Jesus is supposed to come back. Start Revelations, bring all the demons out, bring all these things out, and you supposed to go get beamed up, and the world's supposed to be renewed and changed back because it's so fucked up. That's why Jesus has to come back, remember? So now you subconsciously don't like the Jesus story, or you don't like the second coming story. You don't want the true second coming because you know it's the end of this world. And when I always say this, they say the end of as we know it type shit. It's not the true end of the world, it's just as we know it. Like, it's the end of the times type shit. And that's what they say. I'm not sure, but I will look it up later. But world really means age. It doesn't mean like a planet or nothing like that. The true etymology is it means age. So it's the end of this age as we know it. And we're heading into a new age. And what else can I go to? Like the swastika. There's been many programs to like think that we should not like these things. Like that was what Jews was, you know, that's how they was oppressed and things like that through Hitler. But Hitler used that, and they got that symbol from us. It means balance. It means forever. It means, you know, that's just what it means. And the fact that an evil person or a person that did bad used that symbol, it don't make the symbol bad. That's like saying if what's a superhero? What's a villain out here that fights Superman? I don't know. But say like a villain beats Superman up, take off his suit, and then put on Superman's suit. Like, the suit not bad. Like, nigga, it's the nigga inside the suit. The suit was Superman's suit type shit. But now it was used for good. It was always a good suit. But now somebody is taking that and using it for bad ways, you know, like type shit. It's just a symbol. Like, or let's say this, because it's not really bad or good. It's just a symbol. Like, it's something you use for balance. If you want something to last forever, you use that. And the suit, say this Superman suit has a protective suit that protects whoever wears it. Like, yes, it's powerful, but that's a part of learning everything and learning balance. He broke that. He broke the type of universal code imbalance to use it in a sense, but it works. Like, it's just what it is. Like, laws get broken, but it doesn't make the swastika bad. But people will always look at it as an evil thing. But it's programming, if that even made sense. Because I know I kind of went, nah, maybe I didn't. Giving myself too much slack or doubt. But what's some other shit? 666, the pentagram shit. Oh, I didn't say what the pentagram was. The pentagram, and when you see like the 5 stars inside of a circle, we always associate that to being bad. But if you think about it, it's, well, not even think about it. It's the 5. Every point is a element. Each element of the earth or the universe. I don't know. I think it's earth though. And it's water, air, earth, or solid, whatever the fuck, ether, and fire. It's the 5 elements. But when you see it, you naturally think it's a bad thing. I'm trying to think of other shit that we always consider evil. Oh, I guess I can end with this. When, you know, the lady that was on the last Ragnarok of Thor, his sister or whatever, her ladies, whatever, her horns grew out of her head. And the reason devils usually have horns is their aura. Just like how Jesus has a halo over his head, that's his aura. And the reason they say we're evil or whatever. Because if you could really see our auras, it'll look weird. Her aura came out looks like horns and things like that. That's how it just came out. But our aura comes out of our head, and then when it comes out of our head, it comes down and it crosses with our body to make like an 8, and then it go back, and connects with the other side. Like how the snake is on the pole of shit on the Adam and Eve tree type shit, or how it is on a medical cross or anything like that. It does that 8, or how it is on a dollar sign, the snake on the pole. Like that's how our aura is, but when it comes out like horns and it cross over. So if you could see our aura, it look like horns. So that's another reason they call us devils, because we're so different and not them. But yeah, I mean, the only thing that could truly stop us is us, and they throw that shit in our face, and we don't know it because we haven't been taught subconscious messages as much as we need to. So pretty much our conscious mind just lets that shit go, but our subconscious mind absorb all that shit, and it catches every message because it's so